What's up, y'all? So me and James are out here at Muscle Beach, Santa Monica Pier area in Santa Monica down in LA, and we've been doing, you know, handstand push-ups, straddle planches, muscle ups, different movements like that. And we've had a bunch of people come up to us and ask us, hey, how long have you guys been doing calisthenics? How long have you guys been training for? And you know, that's a kind of a loaded question in a lot of ways, because we've been training for a lot longer than we've been doing calisthenics. But when people see us do movements like this, they tend to want to get straight to this part of the process, straight to this part of the journey, when it's just unrealistic. When in all reality, you need to start off with movements like this. It's a regular pull-up. And then once you transition and get a little bit stronger, then you start doing chest to bar pull-ups. And I just wanted to make this video because I want to say that the pull-up is a foundational movement in calisthenics. And so is a dip. If you want to build your push strength up, to be able to do, I don't know, let's just say, handstand or a handstand push-up, you got to start off with a movement like this, simple ones. You know what I mean? Dips. So you got to crawl before you walk, and you just got to enjoy the process on your journey. You can't be worried about doing the flashy moves when in all reality you're in the beginning stages and you just need to work on building that foundation. Because at the end of the day, it is a journey and the process is going to be slow. And me and James talked about this on a previous video where we were talking about the road trip mindset. The road trip mindset is a perspective of you're seeing things change at a very slow pace, opposed to when you take a trip on an airplane. On an airplane, you go boom, just like James said, what'd you call it? It's like you're in a teleporting. Yeah. You're teleporting from Los Angeles to Tokyo. You're teleporting from Los Angeles to, I don't know, Panama City. When in all reality, you could drive to Panama City and you're gonna see a change in culture, you're gonna see a change in terrain, you're gonna see a change in a lot of different things. But it's gonna be a slow one, because that transition from maybe San Diego to Tijuana, you're not gonna, it's a different country, but it's gonna be a little similarities there because it's so close, there's a lot of people intermixing. And then you take that trip from Tijuana down to Baja, California. And you know, along the way you see, oh, okay, I see a little bit of difference here, I see a little bit of difference there. Then maybe you might come back up and go back around and end up in Mexico City. You're seeing small little changes. It's just like this calisthenics journey. You know, you see a little bit of changes, you feel little differences in terms of your strength and your abilities. But at the end of the day, you know, you start off, you look up 2 years from now, you look up 3 years from now. In my case, I've been doing calisthenics for like 5.5, 6 years. James been doing it for like 3 years. And you know, when you start off, you could barely do a handstand. You could barely do a muscle up. And now you're doing muscle ups clean. Now you're doing 90-degree handstands. Now you're doing planches. So really just enjoy that process and enjoy those micro victories, because the micro victories are what's gonna keep you going.
Yeah, man, and there's no reason to skip over the fundamentals or the foundation. There's no reason, like, that's gonna be with you the entire part of the journey. There's no such thing as, you know, trying to skip over doing a pull-up and go straight to the muscle up. The journey is the entire reward. So it's like trying to skip over that process is trying to just skip out on the entire journey itself. So it makes no sense. It's like you should be trying to master and do the best you possibly can along every step of the way. You know, your first progression on handstand, doing wall handstands, you should be trying to master that. Yeah. Then you're trying to master the freestanding handstand. Then you're trying to master the handstand push-up. But you know, sometimes we don't see the glory in the earlier progressions. It's not as glamorous, and we want to skip over it. And realistically, that's, to me, the worst mindset you can have for anything in life. That's gonna be, when you look back, the best part of the journey.
Yeah, and thinking about that is like, a lot of times people think that skipping steps or this whole mentality of, what do they like to say? Cheat codes. Cheat codes or hacks and all these other type of things. And you know, an easy way to get this, you know, simplify this, or, you know, 90 days you can get these results. It's like the easy route, I'm gonna tell you, because I'm somebody who's tried to take the easy route in life on plenty of things, in plenty of aspects of life. Fitness, I've tried to take the easy route in terms of making money. The fast route always ends up being the slow route, because you might see a little bit of changes, you might get a little bit of traction to begin with, but in all reality, it's gonna actually set you back way further. It's like, it's almost like this. I made a video, I think I made a video on my channel that was talking about sometimes you need to take 2 steps back in order to take 10 steps forward. So I would look at that in calisthenics as I need to clean up my form on something, even though I can do higher reps at what said exercise. Versus when you try to take those 2 steps forward without having that solid foundation behind you, you're gonna end up taking 10 steps back because you're gonna get injured. You're gonna, you know, develop bad habits. It's the same thing when it comes down to things like making money. You know, when I was younger, I was always kind of in a mindset where it's like, whatever pays the most is what I want to go with. That's the job I want to go with. When I came out of college, I had a internship with the Golden State Warriors broadcast department. That was what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a broadcast journalist. I turned down a job with the Golden State Warriors broadcast department because it was paying minimum wage at the time, opposed to looking further out and seeing that, okay, I'm gonna take a step back, because I actually was making way more money than that at some job, some recreation job that I had. I should have had the mindset of, I'm gonna take these steps back to propel my career forward. But instead, at the time, I was thinking short-sighted. I was just like a lot of 22, 23-year-olds. And I said, I'm gonna go get a job working at the airlines. It pays a little bit more money, and I can also fly for free. But in my pursuit of being a broadcast journalist, that halted it right there, and I never actually ended up achieving that dream. Not saying that I made a bad decision, because I was able to see the world, and a lot of times the wrong decisions end up being the best decisions as well. But at the same time, I'm saying that because my goal at the time was to be a broadcast journalist, and because I was thinking I wanted to get someplace faster than I should have as far as making money, I ended up taking myself 10 steps back. And if I wanted to get back into that field now, it'll be an uphill battle to make the connections to even get an internship right now as a 37-year-old, versus when you're 22, 23 out of college, people, you know, they see you, they're like, okay, this guy's up and coming, he wants to try to get his thing going, here's your opportunity, boom. So that's the same thing with calisthenics. Life kind of has a lot of parallels when it comes down to, you know, could be dating, could be work, could be studying, could be working out. There's a lot of parallels and a lot of connections. It's all connected.
And honestly, too, I think it's almost a misnomer thinking of it as a step back. Because when it comes to like pull-up form, right? Say you can do 20 pull-ups, but they're, you know, half reps versus only being able to do 5 full pull-ups. It feels like a step back, but in reality, it's actually not. You're taking a step forward in correcting your form, but it feels like that. So it's like, even with the job example, it's like, if you get a job in the field that's developing the skill set you need, even if it pays less, you're still taking a step forward towards your end goal. But it feels a lot of times like it was a step back, like you were regressing, when actually that was complete progress.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny, I had somebody actually ask me yesterday, how many muscle ups can you do? They saw me doing them, they said, man, your form is really good. How many muscle ups can you do? I said, I really don't know, because I usually don't do more than 5 at a time. And I said, when I was, you know, had actually worse form, I could probably do 14, 15 muscle ups at once. But the thing is like, my mindset now is like on that quality. What is my actual vision? And what do I actually want to achieve? And, you know, our goalpost for our goals is going to move constantly. Once we make our, you know, we might have a short-term goal of being able to complete some movement crispy clean. And then once we're able to do that, then what's the next transition? What's the next challenge? What's the next thing that I can push myself on?
Man, I just love that you said that, though, because I think, you know, so many people are in awe of calisthenics. Oh, why are calisthenics athletes so ripped? But honestly, I feel like one of the beauties of it is not this number mindset. Oh, what's the weight I'm lifting? Oh, how many repetitions? Like, to me, that mindset alone is already incorrect. Like, to me, when I think about calisthenics, I don't really have number goals. I don't think of, oh, how many muscle ups can I do? How many 90-degree? To me, I'm like thinking in terms of like, how clean can I make this look? Or can I hit this new movement with perfect form? And I don't know, to me, when I see like someone coming into calisthenics and it's like you're trying to because as humans we want to compare. So we want to say, oh, you can do 20 pull-ups, this other person can do 22, this person, and we want to be able to put people in levels, when the truth is calisthenics is more of an art form. So it's different. Everyone has a different style in calisthenics. It's not really a linear process.
And one of you guys can correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, but I think the word calisthenics has Greek origins, and it means like beautiful strength. So if you even just think about what that means of beautiful strength, it means that you want to beautify the movement. You want to beautify these strength movements. All these calisthenics movements are strength movements, and you want to beautify them by making them look clean, by making them look crispy, by making them look effortless. And when you're thinking about numbers, you can see these guys, I mean, and this is no knock to anybody who has like that high rep mentality, but you can see these guys who do a lot of pull-ups and shit, and they're just like doing this shit. It's like, that shit doesn't look aesthetic, and to be honest with you, it doesn't make you aesthetic either. Like, you're not gonna have the type of physique that you actually want if you're thinking to yourself, I want to do 30 pull-ups and they're all these little fast rep things. Like, you might get a little pump out of it, but it's not really gonna actually make your physique look beautiful, and it's not gonna make the movement look beautiful. And for me personally, it's all about making the movement look beautiful. So guys, build that firm foundation, focus on quality instead of quantity, and you know, you'll end up enjoying the journey more, and it'll probably take you further too. You might end up achieving some goals that you never even thought that you would be able to do. I know I have. That's the way I've been doing in life. It's like, just being from where I'm from, I feel like there's a lot of things that I never even thought about to have as a goal that I've been able to achieve as a goal. And with calisthenics, the same thing. Put yourself in the right environments. If it wasn't for James, I give James a lot of credit in terms of a lot of the things I've been able to accomplish in my life, just because he's helped me develop the mindset of taking that glass ceiling off, of thinking bigger, and thinking that our potential is actually limitless. There's no reason to not strive for something that might seem unrealistic. I'm somebody right now at 37 years old, I've changed into a new pursuit. I've like pivoted into a running journey, and I'm already doing half marathons, and I'm gonna be doing a full marathon in July, San Francisco Marathon. I'm holding myself to it. I'm keeping myself accountable. And tomorrow, me and my boy G, who's holding the camera, we about to go run a 15-miler. So take the governor off of your life. Take that limiter off your life. Just get rid of that shit and just put the pedal to the metal and go.
I love it. That red line mentality, and man, honestly, like, you know, fitness is fun. Like, it's cool to be, you know, ripped, or it's cool to be able to do fun movements, but to me that pales in comparison to the mental side of it, of watching yourself do something, because it really is, you kind of are a spectator at some point, where you're watching yourself do something you thought was previously impossible. And I don't know, I've seen this countless times of people, like, I've introduced to fitness, and they're like so shocked, because originally they kind of viewed themselves as like, oh, I'm this unhealthy / fat person, and then there's fit people, and then they start working out for 4 months, and then other people start commenting to them like they're a fit person. They're like, wait, I thought these were two different types of people, when really they're actually the same type of people. It was literally the process that, in the mentality that they had behind it, and they're stunned that, oh wait, I'm a fit person. I'm not just a fat person.
You know what though, James? This is what I think. This is my thought process on what you're saying. I don't think you can even go into starting to build the habits of becoming a quote-unquote fit person unless you already are a fit person up here. Because once you have that set in your mind that you actually want to do something, and you're holding yourself accountable to doing it each and every day, you already are that person. You just haven't gotten to that place yet. So you're just that person who's on their journey to getting to reaching this goal, and eventually they're gonna blow past that and go to the next goal. That's why there's nothing wrong with setting small goals. And I honestly think setting small goals is better than setting big goals, because you can accomplish that small goal, build up some confidence, put another goal out there ahead of yourself, build up some confidence, and these are what I like to call micro victories. They're small little victories that you can get, that you can pat yourself on the back for, and they help you build up momentum to achieving some huge things. But anyways, guys, hope everybody's having a great day out there. Subscribe to this channel if you guys are feeling the content. You also subscribe to James's channel, JZ Calisthenics, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and that is Hybrid Athlete. All the links will be in the description box below. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. We appreciate you guys for watching. Holla at you guys later. Peace.